welcome to the show we call Racing from
Delaware Park.
I'm Rich Glazier, and we're going to take a look at Saturday's races. And of course, Saturday means one thing at Delaware Park. It means it never rains on Saturday at Delaware Park. And it was cloudy and gloomy, but I don't believe there was a drop of rain. But we were scheduled with 5 turf races today, which was to be our turf finale, but they were all off the turf. So all 8 races today will be run on the main track. Bungie called to tell me he's sulking in his stable and not coming down tonight. He has nothing to say. There's no more turf racing. He will be back next week to give you his final totals for the year, but today he's just too upset to come and make us showing. So we'll respect that for Bungie, and no Bungie today. So he did end up in the minus, I can tell you that, but we'll get the exact figures for you next week sometime. But right now, I think we should get to the races. And as I said, 8 of them today on a fast track. Here's the field for the opener. Good to see our friend, the great announcer Larry Letterman, came to Delaware Park today for a visit, and he's looking good, and that's always a good thing. All right, now, first race scratched to 2, Wild Pantera, but a big favorite, Miss Gray, at 1-9. Also scratched to 5, Tenji. So short field here to go, and a 1-9 shot in the opener. Here's John Kern with the call.
We're about set. And they're off. Pretty even start for them all. Miss Gray breaks well toward the inside, but quickly toward the outside. Cokes is going to challenge in that early going. And 2 lengths further back to Lady Gregoria and Be Good to Us. Around the first turn, Miss Gray leads it by a length now. Cokes now being taken back off that pace in second now. Then a gap of a length and a half further back to Lady Gregoria and Be Good to Us. They make their way around the first turn, and it's your favorite, Miss Gray, showing the way. Leads it in an opening quarter and 25 seconds flat. Not that taxing. Still well in hand is Miss Gray. Cokes up on the outside racing. Second to the inside is Lady Gregoria. And Be Good to Us continues at the back, about 5 lengths from front to back as they make their way down the back stretch. Miss Gray by 3 parts. Cokes is right there in second. Lady Gregoria tucked in nicely toward the inside in third. Then a gap of 6 more to Be Good to Us. As they pass the half in 49 seconds flat, it's Miss Gray on the front end by about 2. Cokes racing second, followed by Lady Gregoria, still far back to Be Good to Us as they make their way into the turn. Miss Gray and Carol Cedeno still going nicely on the front end. Leads it by maybe 2.5 lengths now over Cokes, trying to stay with that one, but is dropping back a bit. Lady Gregoria next in line and far back to Be Good to Us as they make their way past the quarter-mile marker. They've gone the 6 furlongs and 14-3, and Miss Gray in command as they head for home by 4 lengths. Looks like they're battling for second right now. On the outside, Cokes. On the inside, Lady Gregoria. It's Miss Gray striding away by 5. Cokes is still second best, followed by Lady Gregoria. Not much has changed the entire race. It's Miss Gray. Always say better gray on a gray day, especially when her name is Miss Gray. Wins handily by about a measured 5. Cokes getting second, followed by Lady Gregoria.
And the favorite players can breathe easy there, as the winner was Miss Gray for CC Carol Cedeno. Carol won a race yesterday down at Laurel, and she won the last race here on Thursday, so she's been hot. The leading jockey adds to her win totals. And the trainer, Kieran McGee, he had 2 winners at Laurel yesterday, so hot connections there. Super C Racing Incorporated, the owner. 210, 210, no show. Cokes was second with Rosado, 210. The exacta, just $4. You doubled your money on a $2 bet. There was no try, and there was no super.
Claims.
But there was a claim. And it was the winner, Miss Gray, claimed by Scott Lake. Scott Lake taking that one. Here's race 2, field. This one was originally scheduled for the turf. Would have been a nice 2-year-old turf race here. And scratch. So none of Bungie's horses count today. You know that. They have to be on the turf. Scratched it. In case you didn't know, Bungie picked, in the honor of the last turf race day of the year, he picked one in each of the 5 races, but all for naught. Scratch to 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, and 10. So it's just 4 of them go here in the second race, and the favorite was Stormin' Hong Kong.
And they're off. And Stormin' Hong Kong breaks wide of the gate there up on the outside. Fort DeSoto going with him. Down toward the inside, Expect Drama's moving up. Now 3 across the track. Seville Barber, the first timer, is your trailer as they make their way into that turn. Expect Drama from the rail leads it. Stormin' Hong Kong is right there, lapped alongside in second. Then a gap of about 3 lengths now to Fort DeSoto and Seville Barber. They're paired off as they make their way around the first turn. Opening quarter goes in 23 and 4. And on the inside, it's Expect Drama now leading it by about 1.25 lengths over the favorite Stormin' Hong Kong. 2 lengths further back to Fort DeSoto and Seville Barber toward the inside. Moving down the backstretch. On the front end, it's still Expect Drama by that same 1.25 lengths. Stormin' Hong Kong is right there, patient second. Then it's about 2.5 lengths further back to Fort DeSoto and Seville Barber. And they quickly begin to spread out a bit. After a half in 47 and 4, they make their way to the turn. Expect Drama leads it still by about 1.25 lengths over Stormin' Hong Kong. And now Fort DeSoto is making a move up on the outside, taking over that second spot as Stormin' Hong Kong is still right there in third. And now out of it, Seville Barber. Round the bend, Fort DeSoto. That move has taken that one right to the front. Fort DeSoto leads it by 2. Expect Drama, Stormin' Hong Kong heads apart second and third. Still far back to Seville Barber as they turn for home. Fort DeSoto leads it. Stormin' Hong Kong is trying to chase that one down. Expect Drama's drop back in third, down to a 2-horse affair. And it's Fort DeSoto leading under left-handed encouragement, still by about 2.5 lengths. Stormin' Hong Kong is running a bit greenly, but gaining some ground now as Fort DeSoto is giving way just a bit. And here comes Stormin' Hong Kong getting the second chance and making the most of it. Stormin' Hong Kong edging away. Fort DeSoto settles for second, followed by Expect Drama and Seville Barber.
And Stormin' Hong Kong. I bet Hong Kong races twice a week they run in Hong Kong. You can see them on TVG. You have to bet them online. We don't take them. Stormin' Hong Kong, though, does win with Don't Mess with the Johan Rosado for Gary Capuano and Non-Stop Stable. 340, 220, no show. Fort DeSoto, or Fort DeSoto with Suarez, 280. The exacta 740, no try. The double, just $3.80, and no super. And that winner was another Delaware certified winner. So short fields here in the first 2. Let's see. Oh, this is more like it in the third. Field of 7. Uncle Runt was scratched. The even money favorite was Flat Out Mine. And here's Mr. Kern with one of the few, I think we only had 2 sprints today. This is one of them.
And they're off. Benny Jr. way well. Flat Out Mine toward the inside. Godspeed Tommy's moving up in between horses. Next in line is Return Video. Salsa Lane gets away in 5th, followed by Tap It on the side, and Military Citizen is your trailer. Godspeed Tommy sticks a neck in front. Down toward the inside, Flat Out Mine. Up on the outside, Benny Jr. They're all right there. Then a gap of over 2 lengths to Return Video going along in 4th. Followed by down toward the inside, Tap It on the side. Then comes Benny Jr. far back to Military Citizen as they make their way around the bend. On the front end, Flat Out Mine leads it by a neck. Rushing up on the outside. Here comes Return Video with a 3-wide move. Benny Jr. is right there. Toward the inside, Godspeed Tommy dropping back, then Tap It on the side. And on the far outside, Salsa Lane as they turn for home. And Return Video shoots to the front quickly, opens up 3 lengths on the field. On the outside, Salsa Lane rallies with Tap It on the side toward the inside. It's Return Video now trying to hold on. Salsa Lane is coming fast. Tap It on the side between them. Here comes Salsa Lane to take on Return Video. It's going to be a tight win. Salsa Lane and Return Video.
It was a tight one, and getting up in the last jump on the outside Salsa Lane with What an Angel, Angel Suarez for Gerald Bennett and Martin Goodell. $19, $9.20 and $4.60. Return video with Halliday, $785.40. Tap It on the Side with Cedeno, $220. Exacta, $261. The Try, $563.60. The Double, $32. Pick 3, $27.50. And there's a Super with the 1 and a good one, $1,509.90. On to the 4th we go. And this one was to be a turf race, but transferred to the main track. The distance 1 mile and a 16th stays the same. Scratch 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, and 14. And looking down at the closing odds, it looks like Panama Papers went off as the favorite. Here's Mr. John Kern with race number 4.
And they're off. Pretty even start for them all. Gilgamesh toward the outside is going for that lead. Down to the inside, English Tutors being urged in the early going. Up on the outside, Great Bend is looking for a spot. Right behind them, it's Panama Papers toward the inside, Kulasaja King. Followed by Sky Ace. Up on the outside, Sir Douglas, and most likely is your trailer as they make their way around the first turn. English Tutor well off the rail now. Up on the outside, challenging, that's Gilgamesh for that lead. They're heads apart as they race around the first turn. Far outside is Panama Papers. Kulasaja King saving all the ground nicely, as is Sky Ace to the inside of, moving up on the outside just a bit, Sir Douglas. Far outside, Great Bend, and most likely continues the trail. That opening quarter went in 24 3 as they move down the backstretch with 5 furlongs remaining. On the front end, English Tutor by 3 parts. Gilgamesh toward the outside. Panama Papers even further out 3 wide. Still hugging the rail, Kulasaja King. Sky Ace moves up between horses. Sir Douglas is also right there. They're bunched up behind English Tutor. Then comes Great Bend and most likely continues at the back, but only about 6.5 lengths separates the field. After a half in 50 seconds flat, that was an easy quarter on the front end for your leader, English Tutor, who may benefit from that. English Tutor leads it by over 2 lengths over Gilgamesh and Sir Douglas. Next in line, Great Bend begins to kick it in from the back of the pack, has 5 to make up on the leader. Then we have 4 across the track at the back of the pack. On the front end is English Tutor. Sir Douglas trying to take the short way around on the inside, saves all the ground, comes out on top. Sir Douglas leads it by a neck. On the outside, English Tutor. Great Bend with a rail run. If good enough down on the inside, Great Bend trying to get through there, slipping on through. Great Bend finds a narrow opening and a great job of getting through there. Great Bend now to the front by a length with Sir Douglas and game English Tutor trying to hang in there, but Great Bend is edging away for Angel Suarez. Nifty ride there. Tight for second, I think.
And Great Bend taking that one, and What an Angel. Angel Suarez with his 2nd win of the day. This one for T. Bernard Houghton and the owner, Brian Shorts. Having a little trouble with the eyes today. 660, 360, 280. Sir Douglas with Halliday. Somebody just yelled, today you're having trouble with the eyes. All meet you've been having trouble with your eyes. Sir Douglas with Halliday, 363 even. English Tutor with Ortega, $8. Exacta, $28. The Try, $233.80. That double paid $98. The Pick 3, $106.10. Oh, there's your Pick 4, $89.60. And the Super, $357.60. 5th race was to be on the turf, but taken off. Scratch 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then 12, 13, and 14. So there you see who's left. The mile and 70 yards stays the same. 6 to 5 favorite was the Catman Can. Here's Mr. Curran.
And they're off. Toward the inside, the Catman Can. The Gray Hiram right there to challenge. Up on the far outside, Hard Drive. Wildman is also right there. Mambo at the gym. And Pop Rock's Lady has the rail as they make their way to that first turn. Hiram on the outside leads it by a half. Down toward the inside, the Catman Can, followed by In Between Horses, Wildman and Hard Drive, caught 3 wide around the bend. Mambo at the Gym settles in the 5th under a nice hold, and the trailer, Pop Rocks Lady, as they make their way toward the backstretch. Opening quarter in 24-4. Hiram on the front end by about a half a length. Hard Drive is up there still with a 3-wide journey. In Between Horses, that's Wildman. Those 3 across the track. Next in line, that is the Catman Can and Mambo at the Gym, a length further back. Pop Rocks Lady is the trailer, about 4 or 5 lengths off that leader, which is a threesome on the front end. Hiram on the inside. The half went in 49-4. Hiram on the inside. Wildman up on the outside now. The Catman Can is edging closer. Up on the outside, Hard Drive. Next in line, it is Mambo at the Gym and Pop Rocks Lady. It's still wide open with 3/8 to go. Hiram on the front end, Wildman now up on the outside. Here comes Mambo at the Gym, and down toward the inside, the Catman Can. Both of them are slipping by. And on the outside, it is Mambo at the Gym to the front, leads it by 2 as they turn for home. The Catman Can hugs that rail in second, followed by Hiram trying to hang in there in third. Then comes Wildman with a furlong to go. That sweeping move may have done it. Mambo at the Gym now clear by 4 lengths. They're battling for second. It's all Mambo at the Gym as they race down the lane under Carol Cedeno with her second of the day in hand in the final 70, winning, as they say, as the rider pleases. Hiram getting second, followed by the Catman Can and Wildman.
Well, that would have been one of Bungie's horses, was ready to go today and clearly was the best. Mambo at the Gym for CC Carol Cedeno, her second win on the card. Mike Catalano Jr., the trainer, and that is owned by Maxis Stable. 740, 380, 280. Hiram ran pretty well on the main track with Chappie, 380, 240. The Catman Can, the favorite for Suarez, 210. Exact the 3280. They tried 5380. That double, 2680. The pick 3, $160. The super, $54.10. On we go to the 6th. Now this one was originally scheduled for the dirt and run on the dirt. Field of 6 going to go 1 mile and 70 yards. And another big favorite, Social Stranger at 2-5. Here's Mr. Curran.
And they're off. To the inside, Starship Frontier being asked to go in the early going. Up on the outside, Social Stranger. Between horses in tight quarters was El Mayito. Down toward the inside, it's Liberal Spin, followed by Royal Marine, and it's Grit at the back. They make their way around that first turn. On the inside, it's Liberal Spin. Starship Frontier is in between horses as they make their way around that turn. That was 3 across the track there. Opening quarter goes in 24 seconds flat as they make their way down the back stretch. And wide the entire trip around that bend was Social Stranger, your favorite, but now pulling clear by about a length. Right there toward the inside, that's Liberal Spin. Starship Frontier between horses. El Mayito is up there 3 wide now with Royal Marine advancing just a bit in between horses, and Grit the trailer, but only about 3.5 lengths separates the field. After a half in, 48 seconds flat, identical quarters as they race into the turn. Social Stranger now pulling clear by 2.5 lengths. Up on the outside, that's Royal Marine in pursuit. Down toward the inside, that's Liberal Spin. Next in line, Grit begins to move up from the back, dropping back. That's Starship Frontier and El Mayito fading from the scene. They've got Social Stranger to catch with a quarter to go. Royal Marine only one with a shot right now, 5 lengths further back to Grit, who rallies into third as they turn for home. 6 furlongs in 1:12-3, 2-5. Social Stranger showing the way. Royal Marine is trying to make a race of it. 4 lengths further back to Grit in third. It's Social Stranger holding on by 2. Royal Marine is not thrown in the tail yet. Now angling to the inside. It's Social Stranger. Royal Marine to the wire. Social Stranger will prevail. Wins it by 2. Royal Marine second best, followed by Grit in third.
And it was Social Stranger, the big favorite, getting the job done very professionally for Yomar Ortega, for Keith Nations, who's done very well with limited starters here. Vince Campanella and Nations Racing Stable, LLC. 280, 210, 210. Royal Marines, second again after running second last week. Jose Garcia, 210, 210. And Grit with Halliday, $3. Exacta, just $3.80. They stood out, those two. The try, 1340. The double, 2060. The pick three, 2520. And the super with the ever popular one finishing fourth, $12.70.
Claims.
Yes, claim person. Social Stranger, the winner, was claimed by Jose Rodriguez. Lucky seventh race is up next, and the 7 will not win the 7th today because that one was one of the scratches. In addition, the 1A, the 3, the 5, the 6, and the 10 were all scratched. So 3, 5, 7 horses still remain to go in the lucky 7th. Favorite was More Than Teddy. Here's the action.
And they're off. Sterling's Umberto toward the inside goes for that lead. No one's really being hustled on the front end today. And this one, Big Shack up on the outside, far outside, Fresh Wine looking for a spot. Ambition Mission settles nicely into that fourth. Royal Couture's on the far outside will lose some ground into that turn. And down toward the inside, it's Hero of Fire, and the trailer as they make their way around that turn is More Than Teddy. Opening quarter went in 24-1, 6 furlongs to navigate. And on the front end, leisurely tempo being set now by Big Shack. And up on the outside, Fresh Wine. Sterling's Umberto has dropped back toward the inside. Ambition Mission right alongside in fourth. Then comes Hero of Fire, More Than Teddy, and the trailer is Royal Couture's. They amble down the backstretch, and on the front end, Big Shack going easily still on the front end. Fresh Wine is there with up on the outside, Ambition Mission a closer third. More Than Teddy's 3 wide on the far outside, Hero Fire along the rail. Then Sterling's Umberto dropping back, and Royal Couture's is out of it. Half in, 49-1 as they make their way into the turn. Big Shack showing the way by a length and a half. Ambition Mission on the move up on the outside, set the challenge. Next in line, up on the outside, More Than Teddy. Fresh Wine is dropping back toward the inside, Hero Fire. The rest are out of it. They've got a quarter to go. Ambition Mission to the front by half over. Big Shack. More Than Teddy continues to rally on the outside, going wide around the bend, but now making a threatening move as they turn for home with Ambition Mission trying to fend off More Than Teddy. Big Shack drops back on the inside. Hero Fire is trying to rally in third. Furlong to go. Ambition Mission on the inside. More Than Teddy's hanging about on the outside. Hero Fire is trying to close in between them. It's Ambition Mission. Hero Fire is splitting horses with a late rally. On the outside, More Than Teddy. Ambition Mission prevails. Hero Fire a good second, followed by More Than Teddy. Then came Big Shack.
And it was Ambition Mission taking that one for Goa with Kawa. Kaibar Koa. And the trainer Corby Calazzo for Balmoral Racing Stable LLC. 540, 320, 210. Hero Fire, second for the third straight time here. Vince Halliday, 580, 280. More Than Teddy, the favorite, with Cedeno, 210. The exacta, 3820. The try, 5180. The double, 1180. The pick three, 3950. Pick 5, even with a lot of short fields, still paid good, 1,684.70, and the superfecta with the 9, $63 even. And that, that brings us to the 8th and final. And this was going to be a 5 furlong turf sprint, but was taken off the turf. And look what happened. All but 3 scratched. So the only 3 running were Just Too Much, Bioterp, and Beyonda. Bioterp went off the big favorite 1-9 in this one. So if you didn't like Bioterp, you got pretty good odds on the other 2. But unfortunately, all there was win betting only in this race. No place, no show. No exacta, no try, no super. Can't very well have a super with only 3 horses. So let's watch the nightcap here on Saturday at Delaware Park.
And they're off. And Beyond from the outside breaks well, goes for the lead, but quickly toward the inside. Just Too Much goes by, and Just Too Much to the front with Biotrip between horses. And Beyond up on the outside. They've got a half mile to go. Just Too Much leads it by 1.25 lengths. Biotrip in between horses, Beyond right alongside as they roll into the turn with Just Too Much showing the way. Just Too Much and Jose Garcia leads it. Beyond on the outside is trying to apply some pressure now, and Biotrip is still right there in third as they wheel around the turn. Beyond on the outside, Just Too Much on the inside. Biotrip has dropped back a bit in third as they turn for a home. Just Too Much on the inside, trying to fend off on the outside, Beyonda. Then comes Biotrip going along in third. Angler to the outside, but right now, Just Too Much maybe. Just Too Much edging away by 2.5 on the outside, Beyonda and Biotrip. They're no threat to Just Too Much, who's going to win this one going away by 4 or 5 lengths. Just Too Much wins it by 4.5. Beyonda getting second with Biotrip third.
And Just Too Much was too much for this 3-horse field and paid a pretty good one for that being that 3 horses. Just Too Much with Jose what do I say here? Garcia in the winner's circle. Jose Garcia aboard for Lynn Ashby. How about that, Lynn? She's so used to winning the last race on the card with the Arabians, she decided to win the last race with a thoroughbred today. Sycamore Lane Stable, the owner. 11.40 to win. No exacta, no try. There's the double, 27.60. The pick 3, 17.40. And that is it for prices, correct? Yeah. Okay, that concludes the card for Saturday. A quick reminder, tomorrow morning is the Arc de Triomphe, the big race from France, and we're taking that, and you can bet on it here. Now, the Arc itself is at 10 o'clock in the morning. There are some races from France. Longchamp, they're back at Longchamp after, I think, 3 years remodeling and running at Chantilly. But they're back at Longchamp, and we've taken the races starting at 8:20 in the morning. The Arc is the 4th race on the card, so there's 3 races before that if you want to come out early in the morning and bet that. But the Arc is the 4th race, and then we have races 4 through 8 from Longchamp. And there's a transatlantic pick 4, 2 races from France into 2 races from Belmont later on the Sunday afternoon. So that's an interesting bet. So why don't you come on out and take a swing at that. Okay, that does it for tonight's show. We'll be back in action live racing on Monday. There's the handle, 659, 613. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.